And we are live. What up, players? Welcome to episode 128 of Player Life. It is Tuesday, the 8th of June here in Tokyo, Japan. So, yeah. What is good? Good morning from Tokyo, or good evening, depending on where you are. Um, this is a new time for me to start this show. We'll see how it goes. I just woke up, kind of sleepy, but it's all good. I woke up late. I feel like someone threw me down the stairs and then beat me up at the bottom of the stairs. I started using extra weights for my calisthenic exercises. Only 4 kgs, but goddamn, extra 4 kgs makes it a lot harder to do sets. Um, that's for sure. The straight G Toro in house was good. What is up? Spice Coin in house. What's good? Hope you're well. Man, it's hot here in Tokyo. Hot and humid. Should really turn on the aircon, but I haven't done so. Um, I also don't like aircon. I don't know. I'd rather be hot. You know, I'd rather sweat it out than use the aircon. For some reason, I've always hated aircon. Sometimes it gets to a point where you have to use it though, where it's like actually too hot, too humid. You just gotta use it. But I've always hated aircon, especially when you're out and about and you're wearing summer clothes, and then appropriate for the heat level, and then you go into a place and it's like a refrigerator, really pissing me off. I mean, it's nice for the first few minutes, but it's like then it's like shit. This is like actually fucking cold. Like I mean, you know, yeah. I don't know. Aircon fucks with my. I don't know. Whenever I put it on, I just don't feel well. I mean, I don't know, something about it. Don't like it. Um, yeah. So today, someone last night. I did a show last night, and someone was asking, about how to deal with, women that make rules or play hard to get when they've hit the wall. And it's like, it's a good question. It's like the reality is most women do that. Whenever they get to a certain age and they're still single, they're gonna actually play harder to get, which is hilarious. It's really funny because because their value in the sexual marketplace is going down. It's not going up. You know, um, men and women are not the same. No matter what, the mainstream media tell you, no matter what Hollywood tells you, no matter what, uh, the institutions tell you, the educational systems, they're not the same. I mean, it's not. It appears that in Western countries, they're just discover. It's like they found something. They're still studying gender. It's like in every other part of the world, it's like, I mean, they've known for tens of thousands of years that men and women are not the same. It's not like it's not this controversial issue. I mean, you know, I mean, in China, they spend time building high speed railways and doing very productive things, rather than debating about gender, because it's not an issue. It's just like, even in Japan. I mean, here it's like, yeah, men and women are completely different. They generally have different roles in society. Um, and it's not a controversial, it's not up for debate really, unless you're like, there's some people on the fringes in Japan. It's usually foreigners. It's usually foreigners that try and kick up a fuss, and then they just end up leaving because they don't like it. um Warrior Son of Wander says, "What's up, gents? What's up, bro? Hope you're well." um yeah, so there's just there's massive amounts of delusion in Western societies, uh, amongst men and women, not only women, obviously, but just the society is just deluded. Ah, man, that coffee's hot. Thing about me, I'm not one of these people that I never drink iced coffee. I never knew it. Even if it's really hot, I'm still gonna drink hot coffee. I don't know. I'm never into iced coffee, but yeah, um, yeah. So it's just not an issue in non-westernized countries. Um, but the other funny thing is, just the insane amounts of hypocrisy in Western countries. It's like on one, you know, on one level they're saying there's absolutely no difference between men and women. There's men and women are pretty much the exact same. We're all this. There's absolutely no difference. And then in another sentence they're saying, "Oh yeah, go girl, like female empowerment. Men suck." And it's like, what? I thought men and women are equal. I thought we're the same. And then they're like, "No, men suck." It's like all men are potential, whatever harassers, or it's just crazy. Uh, I saw a video. What was it? Let me share it. Let me see. Or was it? Oh yeah, I saw a video last night. It was a video of I don't know. Someone sent it to me, but it was like Iraq 2007. Army female says she can whip any Marine on the base, and she challenges him to a boxing match. And you know, it's like, wow. All right, I'll just show it. I don't know. It's not really. I guess it's not that relevant to the topic, but I'll show it anyway. It's kind of entertaining. Let me share it. Okay. Right. So here we go.
What are you thinking?
Okay, it's literally like the episode out of South Park, where no, it's not really like that, but it's just funny. I mean, just pure delusion. Getting propped up. You go, girl. You can kick ass. You can beat any man. You're just as strong. You're just as strong. You've just been held back by the system, girl. You just haven't trained it. Like, men get better training, and they get better food. And, it's just like crazy shit. Honestly, she lasted a lot longer than she should have. Like, like, honestly, if you're fighting a female, um, yeah, you shouldn't be fighting females, but there's a reason. Uh, there's separated by the sports should be separated by the sexes. You know, they're just obviously. Probably should be KO'ing a chick within first like punch. Like I said, shouldn't be KOing chicks, but if it comes down to it's a competition that for some reason they wanna fight you, um yeah, she just got KO'd in the end. But yeah, you see it on these World Star Hip Hop videos too. These videos that get uploaded to the internet, where chicks start these nightclub scenes, or outside nightclubs where chicks will go up to a guy and, hey, how dare you do this or do that, and she'll go swinging in, and then she'll end up getting like sparked out, like knocked out, like just straight up, like a real dose of reality will come in on her, and it's like it's just that's what actual male strength is. I mean, I was with this German chick just a while ago, and she does like kickboxing, and I was joking. I was like, oh yeah, I was like messing with her. I was like, oh yeah, you probably you do kickboxing, so you could probably kick my ass. I was obviously like joking. I wasn't like oh you could actually kick my ass. This girl was like super. She's basically a model in Tokyo. She's super feminine and skinny. Like, she's a white chick and super feminine even for a white chick, but her attitude was not that feminine. Um and she was like she was so naive. She didn't I don't think she realized that it was a joke, and she was like, yeah, probably, because I train a lot. And I was like, oh, all right, okay. No, seriously, like, I mean, this girl probably weighs like 40. I mean, even if she weighed the same as me, there's no way. I don't care if she trained like since she was like 3 years old and right up until now. Like, if she trained every day with the best, martial arts, best kickboxers in the world, I swear to God, there's no way. Like, there's no way this girl could like could beat me in a fight, like any kind of kickbox, even in kickboxing, even if it was kickboxing rules, and I've never done kickboxing, done a bit of boxing, but even if I had to abide by kickboxing rules, she couldn't. There's no way she could beat me. Like, I mean, like, every day with the best kickboxers in the world. This stuff's obvious. I mean, this stuff shouldn't be controversial. It's not like, oh no, she's done all this training. She's gonna beat you up. She's a dangerous woman. It's like, nah, she's not really. Not at all. Not in the least. That's why it's like it's It's just one of the things that's so annoying about it. That it's like it's the just the lies that are being told, like just the bullshit. It's just funny. Spice Coin says, so stunning and brave. Stunning indeed. Straight G Toro says, bro isn't even trying like that. Yeah, he wasn't even trying. He was just like, he was just, he was probably going easy. Straight G Toro says, you can tell she's never been in an altercation in her life, and even if it was hair pulling. Yep, indeed. Yeah, you're in house. What's good, my man? Good stuff. Hope you're well. Yeah, so back on topic. Yeah, there's a lot of girls out there that you know 27 20 once they get to like 27, you're gonna start noticing this behavior with chicks. And they'll try and pull it even on alpha guys, like even on guys that are top tier, and that have game, and all the rest. They'll still try and pull it, and that is to say that they will try and make guys work much harder for their pussy than they made it anytime prior in their lives. I mean, these chicks are went through college. Even, let's be honest, even in high school, they were probably 18. Even in senior year, they're probably they have boyfriends. Girls tend to have sex younger than guys. So since high school through college, when they graduate college, all the trips, all the holidays, trips to Vegas, wherever it is, I don't know, traveling around, even wherever it may be. They've had a lot of casual sex. Like the average girl has had a lot of casual sex, and they've given it away to the top tier alpha guys. They've been giving it away to the hot dudes, the hot dude army, pretty much. But it's been pretty much free for the guys that they've been giving it away to. Like it's been free. I mean, they might have met them in a bar. They might have one night, a lot of one night stands, a lot of Tinder hookups. I mean, a lot of that kind of stuff. I remember 2 years ago. It's probably 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago. I was on a trip. I went on a trip over to Korea just for a few days. I stayed in this it's kind of like I guess it was like a hostel, pretty cool place actually. But there was this American chick, and she was actually pretty hot. She was an American Asian chick, and it's funny that I have to say, when I say she's an American, I have to say she was actually pretty hot. It's kind of I don't know if I just don't. I've only been to America once, and since I'm out here in Japan, I honestly haven't seen that many hot American chicks. I'm not saying there's not hot American chicks. Obviously, there's gonna be hot American chicks, but I just haven't seen that many. I think the type that tend to come to Japan are typically not very hot. They tend to be, I don't know, overweight dorks. Thinking they're cute. It's funny. I'm rambling, but it's these type of girls that try and adopt the cute Japanese culture while being these annoying, loud-mouthed feminists. It's a really bad combo. It's annoying. It's a really annoying combination, if you get my drift. Like I said, they try and adopt this like the cute feminine Japanese culture, except they're not that. Like they're annoying, loudmouth, like LGBTQ, oh feminism, yay! It's like the two don't really go well together. but they try and merge the two, and it makes this really annoying combination. It's the worst, honestly, really bad. You know, these obnoxious girls wearing these like cute dresses and shit, and they're like really overweight, and it's like, yay, I'm in Japan, I want to eat sushi, and it's like, no, not for me. But yeah, as the Spice Gun says, most are very overweight and very masculine. Yeah, yeah. Um. So yeah, I lost my. What was I saying? Um. I was talking about. I can't remember my train of thought before I got distracted by the talking about American girls in Tokyo. But yeah, lost my train of thought. Haven't had enough coffee yet. But yeah, South Korea. Yair saves the day. Good stuff. Yeah, so I was at a hostel in South Korea, in Seoul. Pretty cool city, and there was this American chick. Yeah, pretty hot. That's where I got lost. Yeah, so she was hot, and I was talking to her, and I said, how was last night? Did you have a good time? And she was chilling in the kind of a lounge area, and she said, "Oh yeah, I had a wonderful time." And it's like, I met this hot guy, and I was like, "Oh, show me his photo." And he was like a Chad, he was like his Tinder was like top tier. All his photos were like professional, and he was like ripped. Like he was maybe I think he was Korean. But I just looked at him, I was like, holy shit, his this guy's like a fucking like holy shit. That's like this is what girls can get with. I mean, the girl was like hot, but like not super hot. She was like, it was more like she was 21 and she was a hottie. Like it wasn't like, but anyway, she was, but this dude was like, you know, if this is the competition, guys, and you're using Tinder, you just gotta realize that girls have access to guys like this. Like guys that have like perfect, that have won the genetic jackpot. They look good regardless, even if they didn't really work out. But this guy worked out. His profile was lit. He was jacked too. He looked good. He was like the Korean Chad, Korean Giga Chad. You would say he had photos on the beach and shit. His body was like ripped, but I just said, oh yeah, she said she met him on Tinder, and she was like, oh my god, he's like, she was just like telling me. I was like, I felt I was fine because I also got, luckily I had gotten my bit the night before too, so I wasn't like, I wasn't like, it almost felt like I was getting cucked by her telling me this story because I was like, Jesus Christ. But no, luckily I was chill because I had gotten my bit with a hot Korean girl too, so it was all good. But she was like, "Oh yeah," it was like, "I've never been with a Korean guy before. It was a bit rough, but I loved it." And it was like, do you think, she's not gonna, she's 21, she's like going around sleeping with these Giga Chads, traveling around. She's not going to be doing that when she's when she's hit the wall, and she's not going to be able to get, well, she might be able to get with the Giga Chad, because Giga Chad, kind of likes variety. He wants to sleep with a lot of different women, so he'll still, get with girls that, for a pump and dump, but she's definitely not going to be able to lock down like Giga Chad when she's hit the wall. So she's going around in her early 20s, throwing out, free pussy, uh, just giving it away to hot dudes. And then she'll reach a certain age, like I said, typically around 27. 27 if she's smart. You know, these days girls are like rolling up into their 30s and like, yay, I'm ready to settle down, bitch. Where's hot dudes? It's like, oh, you've been sold a lie. You're an idiot. Enjoy your cats because yeah, you're not getting you're not going to be getting any top tier dudes anytime soon. Like there, the funny thing is, there are plenty of beta weak twerpy guys that will wife up these like, you know, annoying, um, obnoxious, entitled women. But however, uh, these women are not actually willing to settle with these beta guys. They're not willing to do it because they've had Giga Chad. It's extremely hard for chicks to go to like to go back. You know, that's why the sexual marketplace is fucked. It's because women get with these giga chads like for one night pump and dumps, or maybe even they get upgraded to friends with benefits if they're lucky. You know, they start getting used for booty calls, and then they start thinking that, oh, I'm like, I could, I can bag one of these eventually, and it's like, nah, no, you can't actually. It's unlikely that you can because I've said it many times before. There's such a massive difference between dateability and fuckability. Huge difference. It's massive. I mean, I've said it before. I've fucked girls that I wouldn't want to be seen with walking to the convenience store. You know what I mean? This just being me, fully transparent, fully honest. You know, I can say shit like that because I've had like both sides. You know, both sides of the coin. Um, I've had like the super hot girls, the in between girls. The and like a few. I've slayed a few dragons. Let's just say that, and that's in the past, hopefully. But I'm just full transparency. I wouldn't, I wouldn't even, like I said, I wouldn't even want to be seen with them walking to the convenience store, even in a country that like no one knows me. Um, Let alone like dating them and having friends and family or whatever, and knowing that I date these. So it's harsh. Sounds harsh. Oh, you're so mean. How dare you? Like we're all equal. Beauty is all. It's all a social construct. All women are beautiful. All women are equal and beautiful. They're all the same, except they're all individual and unique. It's crazy shit. But you know, uh, yeah, that's the reality. The guys will occasionally punch down or way down, and then they're gonna be, these girls think, wow, like I got a guy like that to smash me. If he's willing to bang me, he's definitely gonna, I'm gonna get one of them to wife me up. It's like, nah, no way, not this time, not this time, not next time, maybe not ever, to be honest. But you know, so this is why the delusion is so crazy in Western countries. Just you know, female sexual liberation is good for basically it's only good for top tier chads. Like, gotta be honest with you guys. Like, it's only good for the guys who have game and chad the fuck out, and because they're getting all the sex. That you either get into that group of guys, or you're gonna be fighting for scraps. I mean, you're gonna be taking girls on 6 dates and then getting ghosted after you like take her on this, because you were too nice to her. That's what's gonna end up happening to you if you don't figure shit out. You're gonna start getting ripped off. Um, I know friends. Like, it's hard. It's hard. It's funny when you. It's not funny, but well, it is funny. But when you see friends, right, and they, they're in their early 30s, and you start seeing them hooking up, getting into a relationship with girls that for a fact that girl wouldn't have touched your friend with a fucking barge pole when she was 21 years old, when she was hot shit, when she was fucking a super hottie and 21 years old. She wouldn't have touched your friend with a barge pole. She wouldn't have gone near him. And it's not. I'm not even talking about one person. I'm just talking. I've seen this multiple times. Just in recent years. Uh, you know, earlier on I said, um, girls. Well, it might sound like I'm contradicting myself when I say like girls aren't willing to settle for, even these girls when they hit the wall, they're not willing to settle for beta guys. But it's not necessarily that, um, the people I know were beta or whatever. But it's like, it's just that the girls are in some sense are. I don't even think it's not that the girls are even settling, but the point is they wouldn't have hooked up with them when they were in their prime. They wouldn't have done it. So the girls are in some sense are settling, even though they're not, because their value is way way lower. They're different people. They're a different person from when they were 21 years old. They're not as valuable. It's like, I love saying that because it's such a fucking fact. It's a harsh fact. And it's just all this shit, like, that what makes men attractive to women, all men also, women think that what makes men attractive to them, they'll also, if they have those same characteristics, will also make them attractive to men. Status and finances and things like that. It's like, guys don't give a shit about stuff like that. That doesn't have anything to do with how turning a man on. And to be quite honest, like it's not that like finances and you're being a high quality man will even, that doesn't even turn women on, to be honest. But it'll make them want to like bag you, or if you're like, if you pass the other like physical standards, and sometimes not even physical standards, they'll just want to they'll settle if you have good enough finances, if you're high value enough, but that's transactional. That's like, anytime you bang, it's going to be like, there'll be restrictions, there'll be rules in the bedroom. There was no rules for Giga Chad in South Korea, when he was like raw dogging her ass on the first night. You know what I mean? That's the kind of wild shit. Like, man, these girls will hold these secrets tight to their chest. Like, I always tell, I've told it many times, girls will initially lie, when I take girls on dates, when I get them back here, and then we end up smashing, and then we're chatting or whatever, and we start talking, like, so sometimes, they might bring it up, and it's just, so when's the last time? They're opening a can of worms, by the way. So they'll say, so when's the last time you had sex? And I'll say like 2 days ago, or like, and they'll be just like, what the hell? Like, they won't expect it. They'll be like taken aback because they're used to guys like lying. They're used to guys like saying, maybe like 2 months ago. Guys think that's like that'll make them seem more attractive, or girls will probably, they kind of want to hear that if they see you as boyfriend material, like, oh yeah, he's. But I say like 2 days ago, and they're like, oh my god, or they'll ask me, and then I'll ask them first. So they'll say, oh, so when's the last time you met a girl, or you had a girlfriend? I say, oh, I don't know about a girlfriend, but no, I'll say to her, oh, you tell me first since you asked, and and she'll be like, okay, well, oh, I dated this guy. It was like 3 months ago, and I was like, okay, well, and then I go, okay, well, I hooked up with a hottie like 2 days ago. It was hot. It was a good time, and she'd be like, what? What do you? Oh my god! Like 2 days ago, I was like, oh, and she'll be kind of like not expecting to hear that, and then on this is not any bullshit. This has happened. Not this isn't only one like case. This has happened like many times because I recognize it and I've I enjoy seeing it play out. And so I say, so really, when's the last time you had sex? And then she'll say, hmm, you know, well, actually, last week or 2 weeks ago, I hooked up with another guy from Tinder. And, she'll start telling you the truth because girls will lie. Like they will absolutely lie if they see you as boyfriend material. Uh, yeah, here says exactly, absolutely. You are a man. It's your way or no way. As simple as that. Indeed, indeed. Jay Hypo in the house says salute to the chat. Yeah, good stuff. So yeah, guys, the reality is, if you knew the truth, you wouldn't be falling like, oh, she's the one. She's so cute. Oh, she's different. Oh, she's a single mom, but she's so awesome. She's cool. It's like, nah, bro. A lot of guys, when they're not experienced and they're not red pill aware, they're kind of, like guys like me, guys like, even Yair in the chat, my guy in Tokyo, we understand women. Like we understand. So we can't get hurt. We can't get like, she's being, we understand. We know the truth. We get it. There's no, so when a girl tells me, a lot of guys will actually shy away from those questions, or like they'll, as soon as the girl says, oh, 3 months ago, the guy be, oh, okay, good, great. And I won't delve any deeper into that. That's like, yes, like that's, yes, she's, she's mine. Or, he might even want her to say, if she says like 6 months ago, or a year ago, he'd be like, okay, good. Sweet. Let's not talk about that anymore, because they don't want to know. If they find out the cold hard truth, it's like too much for them almost. It's like, so they're not going to ask those questions. But for me, it's like, I don't care. It's not, it doesn't, I already know like that the reality of how these girls live. So it's not like, I can't be like, I can't be shocked by it. Nothing can shake me. It's like, yeah, okay, whatever. Yeah, I get it. Like it's, uh, you know, but, yeah, another girl, just when did this, about a month ago, I was in a bar and I saw this real hot chick, real hottie. And, I just, I rolled up to her. I was actually on my way out. I wasn't, and I said I just want to get her contact, get her Instagram. To be honest, I wasn't like, she was with a bunch of friends. I didn't think it was going to be an option to get her out of there. So I was just literally just going to shoot my shot before I left. And I went up, got her, talked to her for a little bit. She said she had like, her boyfriend was literally like 10 feet away from her, and she still gave me her Instagram. Pretty funny. But anyway, I don't know. Imagine your girl did that in front of you. Like you're out in a bar, and some dude walks up, trying to finesse your chick, and he's staring at her ass. I'm sure I was staring at her ass because it was fire. And she gave me her Instagram. But yeah, so this girl, I get into the DMs, and I say, yeah, trying to arrange a date. And she says, well, I have a boyfriend, so I can't. But my friend, you might be interested in my friend. And I'm like, sure. I mean, tell her to hit me up. So, this friend, so I say, how old is she? And she's like, she's around 28, 20, 27, 28. And I was like, meh, okay, well, you know, let me see her. So I check her profile, and she was hot. Um, so first of all, the girl added me. She added me, and she was hot. But she had like a bunch of red flags, especially this girl was she was clearly what we call in Japan a gaijin hunter. Um and gaijin hunter, for anyone who doesn't know, gaijin means foreigner. It's a term used for girls that like foreign guys, and they exclusively hook up with foreign guys. So she was hot, but red flag guys, I don't care. I'm not looking to date. I was looking to smash. But yeah, this goes. It was just just funny how she added me. Then I DM'd her and started trying to finesse her, trying to get some conversation out of her. And she was kind of giving back these like real like short answers. Now, so I just hit up her friend and said, "Yo, like, are you sure your friend, like, are you sure she's interested in me? Because she's not really that engaging." And she was like, "Oh, no, no, I showed her your photos. She thinks you're hot. Like, she really wanted to go on dates with you." It's just like, so the girl was trying to make me work hard, you know, for something that, you know, she definitely was giving away. Like, this girl was definitely giving it away, um, when she was younger. Maybe I can even pull it up. Like, let me see. Let me see. This, gotta say, she was hot though. Uh, she was pretty sexy, but she's basically wanting to go on dates, and make guys work hard for it, for something that she was giving away for free for a long time. So I'm just gonna. So yeah, that was her friend. Yeah, and she was sexy. She looked. I was like, yeah, I'll be down for that, for sure. Um, I'll tap that. But just when I started getting this like attitude, and then when I heard she just wants dates, and when I heard she was like, I expected it, but I basically uh yeah, I basically just unfollowed her because she started giving me back. She just started giving me these replying. First of all, her friend tried to hook me up with her, and she starts giving me these like she was replying but not giving a lot. And it's like, if this is how she's acting on the messages, it's like I can just predict what's going to happen if I go on a date with her. And yeah, it's like it's one of my best skills as a gamer. I can predict. I can read situations very well. Like, one of my best skills when even gaming women is like understanding like immediately if I'm not going to sleep with them. Like, it can be up in the air. You don't really know if you're going to, but I know if I'm not, like, immediately. Even when they're engaging, like, even if they kind of engage with me, but I'll be able to read the body language. I'll be able to read their just their everything about them. I'll be able to pick up, and I'll know. I'll read their interest level straight up. You know, because some kind of guys go out here doing day game, and they send me recordings to for me to analyze their approach, and they're like, they do these, like, they're talking to a chick for half an hour. I'm not kidding, like more sometimes, and it comes to I skip to the end. It's like, oh, so the guy says something like, oh, maybe we can have dinner or grab a drink sometime, and the girl goes, oh, sorry, I have a boyfriend, and the guy just spent like 30 minutes wasting his time talking to a chick. And it's like, if that was me, I would have known immediately, because I know I've done this too many times. I know immediately when a girl is like just talking to me just to be polite. So I if that was me, I would have known this girl. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna be able to have sex with her. Other girls, it'll be like, I don't know. It's like sometimes it's like, boom, they have a spark in their eye, and it's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna smash this girl. Um, it's not guaranteed. It's nothing's ever guaranteed in game, but like I said, I know when it's not gonna go down. You can read that shit real easy after a long time doing it. And another funny thing about the girl that was playing hard to get is that this goes to show how small Tokyo is for foreigners, and the whole thing about that actually girls that like foreign guys are a very small percentage. Believe it or not, it really is. It's not. You don't come over here to Japan and just start getting pussy thrown at you just because you're a foreigner. Just because there's a very fucking hilarious misconception that if you're a white guy, you somehow you get a pussy pass or something. It's 100% myth. I can't judge from being any other black or any other ethnicity. I don't know what it's like for those, but all I know is that it doesn't really matter what skin color is. If you're foreigner, I we all we're all basically, as far as I can see, we're lumped into the same group, and you definitely need game when you come to Japan. Probably even more so. Probably need more so if especially if you want to get with like real hotties, like. But yeah, as I was about to say, with the girl, I also saw on her Instagram that she was following a friend of mine, and he's another American dude. So I hit him up and said, hey, do you know this chick? And he was like, oh yeah. She was like, I slept with her, but she wouldn't let me do anything. It's like, yeah, I mean, and this guy has pretty good game. He's pretty, he's definitely not beta. He knows how to slay pussy. So if he's getting curbed, getting blue balled, yeah, that's another reason I just cut it off. I don't think don't deal with these chicks. Sometimes it will be these girls will throw out shit tests saying oh, I don't do this on the first date, or I don't do that, and if you push through and you'll be able to push through the shit test. But other times, no, they're actually going to try and make you work harder for it. And my advice to guys is just not deal with that. Like, why would you deal with that? Why would you pay more for something that isn't worth as much as it was? It's a harsh truth. I mean, it's harsh reality in the sexual marketplace. Kevin Tapia says, I almost had that happen to me and stopped it. I should have dumped her there. Yair says, delusional Japanese woman looking for a beta foreign guy in Japan to own him, control him. Yeah, this happens a lot. It happens a lot in Japan. So, sometimes these, it can happen women in Japan can become gaijin hunters for various reasons. One of them is the cold hard truth is some of them might not be great looking, and they turn down to foreigners because they see it as an easier option. Um, that is true, definitely in Japan. Gotta say, it really is. Um, another one is they maybe another one is that they could have been super hot. However, they hit the wall, and then they level down to foreigners. This actually happens. This is true. This is like you come to like Japan, or it's not all like, oh, we're all the same, oh, we're all equal. No, we're not. Um uh and yeah, they will level down. You look back and it's fucking hilarious because sometimes these girls, you look back, you see their Instagram. If they have an Instagram that is couple 10 years is old enough, you can scroll back down and see their old photos, and there won't be a scrap, a hint of any foreign guys in it. They'll pure Japanese. They'll be like, and they'll be super hot. And as they get old, like then there'll be a point where they hit the wall and you'll start seeing the change. They'll start they can turn, they'll start dating foreigners. Then that's another reason. And what they'll often look for is one of these beta foreign guys, that they can use and whatever. And these, I don't deal with these girls. They're dealing with the wrong. When they come to me, if they come across me, they're in for a rude awakening, because it's like yeah, I know too much. Like they can't pull a fast one over me. It's like it's not gonna happen. It's just not. But there are a lot of guys. There are a lot of guys that will come over here, and they will get played hard by these chicks. They will really, but yeah, it's just funny. Warrior Son of Wander says, been doing day game 3 months, and what you just said registered for me today. I approached around 9 to 10 today, and only 2 of them had those firecracker eyes. Yeah, man, it really is a number game. The vast majority of your approaches are going to be, either ghosted or ice or lackluster responses. Nothing there. And then that's when you start picking up on these this body language, this kind of communication, and you can save yourself a lot of time. When I approach a girl and she responds with something that lackluster response or whatever, I'll spend no time whatsoever. I'll just make an excuse and roll away. I won't pursue it at all, because I know, like, it's some guys are like, oh, you give up too soon. No, it's not. I know too much. I know how to read these chicks. It saves me a lot of time. But yeah, really, you really as a man need to do things your own way. You need to like, when you're starting off with game, if you're like completely inexperienced and you don't have enough experience on dates with women, for me, for high level players, it's like, if they don't smash on the first date and there's no valid excuse, generally that's going to be it. Like, but you can't start off like that. You, in reality, and what you do is you do the 3 date rule, and that is that has to be your solid, like, more. You cannot do ever 3 dates. For me is like unheard of. Like, I can't do that. But like, for a guy that's starting off, some guys, I'm not gonna lie, you can't just go from not being, not getting with women to just like, always banging on the first date. You can't. You need to level up. You need to like gradually get there. Um, but in saying that, you need to do the don't ever go on a fourth date if you haven't gotten sex on the third date by the third date. Like you should be trying to close on the first date. Like obviously try and close on the first date all the time, but you know if you don't get laid on the first date and you're just getting into game and you're trying to you can't be you don't need to be like fuck her I'm done with her and like it's not going to work out you know um it needs to be the 3 date rule. By the third date, if she's not smashing on the third date, she is like she is completely relegated at best to Netflix and chill. You will never ever meet her for coffee, for drinks, for dinner, anything, unless she's coming over to do Netflix and chill. At best, because she hasn't fucked before that. And you know, if if she's coming over to your place, if she came over, a real bad thing some girls will do is like they'll come over your place on the second date, and then they won't smash, and then on the third date you'll hit them up, and on the third date they'll be trying to get you to go on a date, like a dinner date or something. It's like you haven't earned that, and it's like that's a red flag too. You do. So it's like you want to consider what these girls are trying to do. If you're starting, if you're really just starting to get to date girls, you need to be. You might need to do. I don't recommend going on dinner dates, on lunch dates, and stuff like that. But if you're just trying to get time with women, you might do a few dinner dates, a few lunch dates, just to get used to gaming women, understanding them, and then second date could be a drinks date, and a third date has to be Netflix and chill. It has to be at your place, or very close to your place. And if she doesn't fuck on the third date, then she's like eternally relegated. Either she's thrown out, you just forget her, or she's like she can't meet you anywhere other than in your place. Like, that's the way you have to play it. 3 dates and you're out. 3 strikes and you're out. You're gone. Like, or you have to like come to your place only. MK3504 says, any advice on how to approach a second date after the first? Is it worth pursuing? Yes, as I said, it can be worth pursuing. Yes, because you can't just go from from not getting laid or not getting with a lot of women to like always smashing on the first date. So nothing's guaranteed, and even I always aim to close on the first date, but it doesn't always work out, obviously. So how to approach a second date after the first? So what you do is, it depends on what the first date was. Let's just say it was a dinner date. You went or a dinner date, and you had the dinner, you paid for the dinner, and she said she had to go home. A week later, you arrange another date, and you should arrange it as close to your place as possible, and or in your place. You should try and shoot for your place. If it depends on how well the first date went. Always try and close. So be bold. try and suggest having, making dinner for her in your place. Watch a movie. I'll make dinner for you. Yeah, we'll chill. Um, if she turns that down, it has to be drinks or coffee near your place. And then, you have a drink, your coffee, and you say, "Let's go for a walk," and you walk them back to your place. That's how you should pursue it. But for me, I'm definitely going to be trying to pursue. I'm going to be trying to arrange the second date in my place. If she turns that down, if she doesn't play ball, it has to be close to your place. And no dinner date, no second dinner date. Don't no. You've already done that. Um, uh, Kevin says, I was confused about that. I know a lot of guys say close first date, but as starting, you think it's okay, 3 dates max. 3 dates max, 100%. You cannot be doing more than 3 dates without getting laid. Seriously, some girls, like these girls, like they will try and play you. Like, they will absolutely try and play you hard. If you go around trying to do more than if you're not trying to close, they'll after the third date. Well, you should be trying to close on the first date. If they don't see you trying to close on the first date, they'll see you as beta. They'll say this guy's inexperienced. He hasn't been with that many women. Because guys have been with a lot of women. They're always going to be trying to close like on the first date because they know that it's possible. Explosive says, whoa, late night stream. Indeed. So I will be live streaming from now on Mondays, Central Time, 9 p.m. Wednesday will be the same time, Central Time, 6 a.m. Pretty early. That's one of the reasons I changed it. And Thursday, Central Time, 9 p.m. So catch me here. MK3504 says, got one to the apartment on the first date. Failed escalation. There's plenty of ways to escalate too. So maybe your escalation tactic was off, and maybe you're too sudden. If you want to learn about escalation techniques, get on my premium content. We can talk about that. For anyone who doesn't know, my premium content includes access to a private Telegram group, a blog where I write about stories here in Tokyo. Just uploaded a story about a threesome I had. It was a good time. Just uploaded it yesterday, I think. And a monthly webinar where we get on Zoom and we talk about everything to do with cold approach, sourcing women, and and just basically improvement, Q&A. Everyone. Thing about game is everyone has a different. We're not all equal. We're not all the same. Everyone has different levels. So game needs to be adjusted to your living circumstances, you as a person, MK says, thanks, Max. Stream is a bit delayed. First date was coffee, then bounced to the bar right around my house. She turned emotionally cold all of a sudden. Have a second date set at the bar near me. Good stuff. Make sure you're not spending too long on dates. I always say an hour max. You should be trying to shoot your shot after an hour. Spending 2, 3, 4 hours. I know a friend of mine, blue pill guy, said he spent like 5 hours on a date and was wondering why he couldn't close at the end. If you're trying to close it at the end of 5 hours, it's like the date. See it as like a graph. It's like it's gonna peak, and then at a certain time, it's gonna start to go down, and it's gonna start to go stale. You want to be like selling. You want to be like sex is sales. So you want to be like selling when you're going up. When the girl is having a good time, she's enjoying your company, and then you want to like make your move, and you want to like sell. You don't want to be selling when you're like you've gone up, you've reached the peak, and it's like kind of getting stale, and she's like you spend a lot of time together, and it's like then you're trying to have sex. It's like, nah, she's gonna make an excuse, and you just got fucked. She fucked you. She just took 5 hours of your time, and you're going home alone, and she's gonna think that you're beta. That's the harsh reality. Light Yagami says, "Do you think it's easier as more of a beginner to do night game rather than day game?" Um, uh, I mean, night game is the that's the standard. I mean, everyone, I think almost everyone has done night game. It's not. It doesn't. It's like a lot of people rely on alcohol to do night game, and some people, night game is it's like some guys get laid from night game, and they don't even have any game. It's more like they're just relying on alcohol and chance and fluke. But there are ways to go about night game, and one of the ways is to not get too drunk or not rely on alcohol too much. Guys get distracted by alcohol. Start if you're going out to do like night game, obviously to get with women, you gotta like, what is it? Do you want to have sex or do you want to drink? Like, because um, when you drink too much, it definitely is a distraction. Night game can be good, but it depends. It can also be bad because sometimes night game, there's so much variety to it. Like where are you? Like, are you in a club? Are you in a bar? I mean, what's the ratio there? How many women to men are there? What kind of women are there? There's a lot of elements to it. So sometimes a lot of times night game can be horrible because you're paying money. A lot of time in night game, let's just say you're going to a club in a Western country. A lot of times you're paying money to go into an environment where there's less women than there are men. Think about it. It's a bad deal. You're paying into a place where there's actually less women that have their guard up high, that are expecting men to hit on them. And a lot of times they're not even there to get with men. They're there sometimes they might even have boyfriends with them. Like even these idiots that bring their girlfriends to clubs and shit. And then they start crying when other guys hit on them. These dumbasses start getting in fights, fucking blue pill idiots, bringing their girlfriends to clubs and then getting butthurt when some guy hits on their girlfriend. It's like, you fucking idiot. What are you doing in the club with your girlfriend? Yeah, I mean, there's so many, night game can be good. One of the base level things to make night game good is that there's a good ratio. A lot of time there isn't. You go into a bar or a club and there's shit ratio. It's like, why the fuck did I pay money into this place and there's fuck all women here? It's like, so it's an open-ended kind of broad question. But yeah, guys, that is going to do it for tonight's here in Tokyo this morning's stream. I'll be back for the Wednesday show. As of now, from now on, I'll be doing 3 live streams a week. That, again, just to reiterate, that will be Monday Central Time, 9 p.m. Wednesday, 6 a.m. That's the time that's going to be the time that's the time I used to live stream. So I'm going to keep that one day. And Thursday at 9 p.m. Central Time. So you can catch me 3 times, live streaming 3 times a week. So as usual, like, comment, subscribe, check out the links in the description. Get on my premium content. It's good. Community's growing. So I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace out, guys. Bye-bye.